Well, joining us now is environmentalist Greg Odogu. He joins us from our studio in Abuja. Mr. Odogu, thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you.
So what causes dust storms and how is it possible it showed up in the Nigerian capital?
Dust storm is a meteorological phenomenon that is caused when a strong wind or a windy situation makes it that the dust in a particular region, especially in semi-arid and arid regions, that's desert areas, desert-like areas, when the dust goes up into the atmosphere, going from one point to another, that is sandstorm, because there is something called saltation. Saltation is when salt particles that are in the dry soil, when dry soil goes up into the atmosphere, and then the lighter dust is now suspended in the air. That is what you get in such a situation. And like I said, is in arid regions, Niger, and in Nigeria we have some other states like Borno, Adamawa, Yobe, Sokoto, that are in the Sahara, that are bordering the Sahara Desert. They are also in such regions. So Niamey is known for having, Niger Republic is known for having this kind of situation, meteorological phenomenon, well, sometime between March and April. And because of climate change, it's getting more intense, but actually is a normal meteorological phenomenon that happens around the world. It happened in India in about 2 years ago and killed more than 124 people, dislocating 300 people. It happened in Australia. It has also happened in Borno State, right here with us in Nigeria, about 5 years ago. It also disrupted activities, pulled down government infrastructure, built people's buildings, turned farmlands upside down, and even worsened the health situations of people that, for instance, that have asthma and respiratory diseases. So, and now that we are fighting COVID-19, such situations worsen such respiratory diseases. In Nigeria, for instance, we are supposed to also take precaution by making sure that the people that live in these areas know how to do dry land management, because the NIMET, that's Nigeria Meteorological Agency of Nigeria, through their seasonal rainfall prediction, has already said that the rainy season for this year is going to commence late. And because sandstorms, or you also call it dust storms, they occur in dry season. So our dry season in the northern part of Nigeria, these states that border the Sahara Desert, is going to commence around June 2. So, which means we are supposed to take precautions. And how do we take precautions? We start from the family. You make sure that you have face masks to prepare for such outcome. We are used to it already because of COVID-19. Face mask and eye goggle. Then you have first aid and also water to drink, because when it happens, you don't go out until this dust haze comes down. Then going outside, you also take care of your car, your whatever vehicle you use to move out. Make sure that it's sealed and also has good headlamp. Another way to prepare for it is also to make sure that the government also gives the citizens what is called shelter. You know, they are just like in a war situation, have bunker. The government, because many people that die in this kind of situations, they die from things falling on them, falling on them. So you have to prepare for it.
Let me just interject now. You know, the world is now, everything mostly is focused on COVID-19. And you mentioned that this can actually worsen the situation for people with respiratory illnesses. How can they better protect themselves? And what impact could this dust storm have on people that may have contracted the coronavirus?
Well, we don't pray for dust storm and sandstorm to happen in our abode, but we have to get prepared for it. So the first way is also what we are using to fight COVID-19, that is face masks. When you wear your face mask, or you're ready with your face mask, is the first barrier against this dust, so that the dust particles and particulate matters that come from the atmosphere will not penetrate into the lungs, and people, so that it will not worsen people that are already having upper respiratory diseases, asthma, and other diseases that are around the bronchi and respiratory system. But looking at it, managing two things at the same time, we also have to be aware that when you're managing your land management in dry season, fallow land and all that, so the people that are doing this are already prepared for such respiratory illnesses. And we know that COVID-19, it worsens already pre-existing health conditions. So when we are preparing for two things at the same time, you make sure that the first management defense line is handling primary health concerns. People that have asthma, they have to take care of themselves more during the time of dry season in such areas that are bordering these dry and these arid and semi-arid regions. So when they do that, their conditions will not be worsened, and therefore they are ready. They will be easily managed when they have COVID-19, because COVID-19 seems to worsen such situations. So it's part of the management process that the government and the health institutions package for people that are living in these volatile ecosystems.
All right, then, environmentalist Mr. Greg Odogu, thank you so much, for shedding some light on that situation for us on Network Africa.